This is the first couple seconds. So, what groundbreaking thing are we going to pick apart for our first recording session?
Well, we had talked about it earlier, and I think the biggest thing that for both of us we'd like to talk about, like just not to only set the precedence of what the podcast is for, but also why we think that we need to have a podcast. Like, what information do we have that is important enough to put on a podcast that people would want to listen to?
Because we're selfish. We think people should listen to us.
Oh my God, is that narcissism?
It kind of is.
So I record Coffee with Ann every day, right? I'm going to jump in real quick and start with a little bit of a why.
Oh, a shameless plug. Start off with a shameless plug. We got 1 minute in before we.
Oh, it's not even a plug. I won't even say the name of it because I do not care if people watch it, right?
You already said it.
Did I? Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, talking about that with you, one of my lifelong friends, we both have had very interesting lives. Like, we met, and I don't even know how far apart we are in age. I'm older than you. I was bartending age. You were under bartending age. And you were, we met, you bar backed for us, and we were roommates. We worked together. We lived together. And we went through some shit together, right? Like, we are bonded, and then our lives separated. I stayed in the bar scene and owned a bar, and you went to the military. And then after all the craziness that we went through in two very different lives, you and I are going through a lot of the same stuff. You can label it. I'm a labeler because it makes me be able to research better, right? Like, I know there are people out there with the same kind of issues that don't care about the label, just want to know how to move past those things. And you and I have very coexisting things with anxiety or mental health or brain, all the stuff. So you and I picking apart this stuff on a way that is personal and real feels better than reading it just out of a book, right? I've built more of a community talking about what I'm going through and have helped more people than I ever have being behind the bar serving or even behind the chair as a hairstylist.
And you said oldest friends. You were actually on the short list of your pre-military friend. There's very few of those people still around. I think it's probably single digits of pre-military friends, or people that definitely ones that I still talk to.
And in the test of time, our friendship.
Being behind the bar, it's in the service industry. You go, that sucked last night. But we were all together and we all did it. So everybody, you go through just the same way as I went through some things in the military they sucked while you were doing them, but at the end you kind of laugh about it and go, that was fun, and now we're all friends. So it is great to be able to stay friends with some of those folks.
But to speak to that, and very pertinent why we do a podcast, like, do you remember a few months ago when I was like, Nick, I don't know if you've realized about this yet, but I think that we might have a trauma bonded friendship. Like, I would drive 120 miles an hour to get to you, even if you didn't say to do that, and you would do that for me. But like, my husband won't do that. Like, my husband's like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, wait, that's not how you're supposed to do it. Like, we have a miscued way of being a friend because we were squeaky wheel kids that bonded with this way out of a playbook that was a little different than other people's, I think. It is very hard because I explained in Coffee with Anna, I have guilt. You had said that you have guilt because you were trained to be this military specialist, and then you didn't get to physically use all of the talents that you learned, and that feels wasteful, and it gives what's the word I'm looking for? Guilt, right? I have guilt because I literally have people who reach out to me about either being overweight or having problems with alcohol, and I was given a gift of just my brain deleted them. And so my giving up those things is not perceived difficult. I'm smaller and I don't drink because I don't need to. So that's better, when in reality, I'm 120 pounds lighter than I was. My ligaments are giving out. I don't have any nutrition. My brain is surviving on the fats I created in my 20s on Captain Morgan. Social situations are even more awkward than before because I don't have the ability to have a shot. But I needed something more than just feeling better. And now I want to share that.
The real reason is I feel like after getting out of the military and sort of finding my way, finally, which has taken a while, hopefully it sticks, but sort of finding my way is that I owe a debt that I will forever repay. And then I think Master Sergeant Alvarez said it best when he went to Ranger School at 42 years old. And he said, I'm a Green Beret, and you earn your Green Beret every day. And I have a responsibility to the people that are no longer with us, that look up to me, that I have a responsibility to people I don't even know to be the best and be putting myself out there, because I don't have cool war stories. I never went to war, and something I'll never get over. But I do have the ability to sit in my basement and speak on things that I find meaningful, fundraise, help people, motivate people, and hopefully, in the end, it will make me a better person or make me a better friend. And And so today, earlier, somebody said, I just want to help one person. I want, hopefully, my voice to help every person that my voice can touch. And that's why I want to do this. I have a responsibility to try to be the best I can every day. And if you try, there is no try, only do, right? Yoda said that, but at least taking steps in the right direction. Great thing. I guess what I will put out as my last thing is that show up today, we'll show up tomorrow, and hopefully we can show up next year and do the best that we can do, and hopefully help ourselves in the process. For the session number 1, the Mental Healthy, put a pin in that, Mental Healthy podcast. This
Working title.
This is Nicholas Allen and Anna Haley signing off.
It's a wrap. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other.